Cheers, everyone, and welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Today, we're all about bartending.
Oh, fun.
But not the kind you see at your local pub on a Friday night.
Right.
This is about, how to really level up your home bar game. Or even maybe you've been thinking about a career shift. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, the sources you gave me are like a crash course in everything bartending.
Oh, wow.
Like literally, from the history of cocktails to actually setting up your own bar.
Ah, nice.
And even how to taste like a pro.
Awesome.
So
yes.
get ready to unlock all the secrets behind crafting incredible drinks.
That's right.
Understanding all the different nuances of spirits. And maybe even impressing your friends with some serious mixology magic.
There you go.
Let's start at the very beginning.
Okay.
With history.
All right.
That section you sent over was packed with fascinating tidbits.
Okay.
I had no idea that fermented drinks went all the way back to Mesopotamia.
Yeah.
Talk about an ancient happy hour, right?
Seriously. It puts things into perspective. We tend to think of cocktails as this modern invention.
Yeah.
But really, humans have been experimenting with booze for millennia.
Yeah, for a very long time.
Yeah.
And it's not just the drinks themselves.
Right.
It's the whole role of the bartender that's evolved too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So speaking of bartenders,
Yeah.
I was blown away by the story of Jerry Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
This guy who wrote that 1862 cocktail guide, How to Mix Drinks, or, the Bon Vivant's Companion.
That's the one.
Right, it sounds like a pioneer, right?
He was,
A mixologist, a showman,
Yeah.
a little bit of a celebrity.
Yeah, kind of a rock star.
All rolled into one, right?
Totally, total innovator.
Really?
He elevated bartending
Yeah.
to a respected profession.
Wow.
Yeah, and so his guide is considered the Bible of early American cocktails.
I mean, can you imagine
It's great.
the impact of standardizing recipes and techniques back then?
I know, right?
That's the birth of mixology as we know it, right?
It is.
That's incredible.
It is.
But then came Prohibition.
Right.
And all of a sudden, this respected craft gets pushed underground.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine that must have had a huge impact
It did, yeah.
on cocktail culture.
For sure.
Right.
Absolutely, yeah. Prohibition forced bartenders to get creative.
Yeah.
Not always in a good way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
What do you mean?
instead of showcasing quality spirits,
Right.
the focus shifted to masking the taste of poorly made alcohol.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily a good thing.
Not always.
Right.
It's fascinating though.
Yeah.
It's an example
Yeah.
of how historical events can shape.
Even the world of cocktails.
Absolutely.
Right.
It makes you appreciate the craft cocktail renaissance that we're experiencing now.
Totally.
Where the focus is back on quality ingredients.
Yeah.
And amazing techniques and stuff.
Yeah, masterful techniques.
Right.
Yeah.
But before we get too far ahead,
Okay.
let's talk about like the foundation
Yes.
of any great bar experience.
Yes.
The bar itself.
The bar itself. Yes.
Right.
Crucial. It's crucial.
I know, right.
It's not just about like aesthetics.
Yeah.
It's about the efficiency, workflow,
Yeah.
and ultimately providing excellent service.
Right.
And the sources you sent
Yes.
offer some great guidance
Yeah.
on designing a functional and stylish bar
Yes.
for your
Absolutely.
home or professional setting.
Totally. I
Yeah.
was so intrigued
Okay.
by those like golden rules
Yeah.
of bar design. You know,
Yeah.
stainless steel for durability,
Right.
clever organization to maximize space, a dedicated ice station.
Love it.
Like it's like they've thought of everything.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's about creating a workspace that's, both aesthetically pleasing
Yeah.
and like highly functional.
Totally.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
That tip about
Yeah,
extending your workstation into your neighbor's area.
I know. To avoid crossing over.
Yeah. So smart.
Pure genius, right?
It is.
So like minimize movement,
Yes.
serve guests faster.
Exactly.
Like it's amazing.
It's all about flow.
And let's not forget the matting,
Oh, the matting.
which I'll admit I hadn't even considered.
Yeah.
You know,
It's important.
it's not only for safety and preventing slips.
Yeah.
It also cuts down on the noise.
It's the noise. Yeah.
So imagine,
Right.
a quiet bar
Yes.
where you could actually like hear yourself think
Right.
and like enjoy
Yeah.
the subtle sounds of cocktail creation.
Absolutely. It's all those little details.
Right.
That make a difference.
That make a truly
Yes.
exceptional bar experience.
That's it.
And speaking of exceptional experiences, I think it's time we move on to like the main event,
Let's do it.
the cocktails themselves.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you sent over this like
Yeah.
breakdown of what you call
Uh-huh.
the Magnificent Seven cocktail categories.
Yes.
Punch, milk punch, sour, daisy, old-fashioned martini, and Collins.
There you go. The Magnificent Seven.
Like I gotta admit, I'm a little overwhelmed
It's a lot, right?
with all the options.
It is, yeah. Don't worry. We'll break it down. And
Okay.
each category
Yeah.
has its own unique characteristics and
Right.
flavor profiles.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to dive into this cocktail universe.
All right.
Where do we begin?
Let's do it. Well, let's start with punch.
Okay.
It's considered by many to be like the original cocktail.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's like the OG, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Like a party starter.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Think of like a classic sangria, you
Yeah.
know, it's all about
Yeah.
balancing spirits with citrus, sweetener, water, and spices.
Okay.
So you get all these like different flavors and elements.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What about the sour category?
Sour.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of Cosmos.
Oh, yeah. Classic.
So I'm curious to hear more about those.
Okay, yeah. The Cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example of a sour.
Okay.
The key here is the interplay
Okay.
of spirit, sweetener, and citrus.
Oh, I see.
So you have that tartness
Yeah.
balanced by a touch of sweetness
Yeah.
creates like a really refreshing experience.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, it's a nice balance.
That's why I love it.
Right.
Hmm.
And then we have the Collins,
Collins.
which I kind of associate with those long, refreshing drinks.
Yes, totally.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, so the Tom Collins
Oh, yeah.
is like the quintessential Collins.
Yep.
Spirit, sweetener, citrus, and soda water.
This sounds so refreshing.
Right. It's the perfect balance
Yeah.
of flavors for like a hot summer day.
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
So those are three of the magnificent seven.
Right.
Punch, sour, and Collins.
We got it.
What about the other category?
All right. Yes.
I'm especially curious about the Daisy.
The Daisy. Okay.
It sounds so like intriguing.
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
It's similar to the sour
Yeah.
in its use of like spirit, citrus, and sweetener, but it also includes like a liqueur component.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it adds another layer
Oh, okay.
of complexity and flavor.
So like an example of that would be,
A classic example is the margarita.
oh, the margarita.
Tequila, lime juice, orange liqueur.
Oh, that's why it's so good.
Right. So good.
Okay, so we've covered
Yeah.
Punch, Sour, Collins,
Mhm.
and Daisy.
Daisy,
What about Milk Punch?
milk punch.
This one sounds
Yeah.
a bit more like unusual.
It is a little bit unusual. And yeah, milk punch is kind of a historical mystery.
Mystery.
Yeah, it involves clarifying a punch
Yeah.
with milk.
Oh, gow.
So you end up with like a silky smooth
Oh, wow.
and surprisingly clear drink.
Really?
Yeah,
It's clear.
it is. Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. It was a popular drink
Okay.
like back in the 18th and 19th centuries.
Right.
But it's had like a resurgence recently
Oh,
in the craft cocktail scene.
that's really cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of like
Yeah.
a clarified punch with a touch of history.
I'm definitely
I need-
adding that to my to try list.
Definitely.
Okay, what about
Yeah.
the remaining two
Oh, good.
categories?
Yes.
The old fashioned
Yep.
and the martini. Those are like
Yeah,
iconic cocktails.
they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
The old fashioned is all about simplicity
Okay.
and like showcasing the spirit. So it's typically made with like whiskey,
Okay.
sugar, bitters, and a citrus garnish.
It sounds so simple but so good.
It is. It is.
Okay.
The martini, on the other hand,
Okay.
known for its elegance. And it's like dry, crisp flavor profile.
Oh yeah.
So traditionally, that's gin and dry vermouth,
Right.
garnished with an olive or a lemon twist.
It's so classic and it's so good.
It is. It is.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we've covered all 7 categories
We did it.
of the Magnificent
The
Seven.
Magnificent Seven.
Punch, Sour, Collins, Daisy, Milk Punch, Old Fashioned, and Martini.
There you go.
That's a lot to take in.
It is a lot.
But I feel like I have a much better understanding of like the basic
Yeah.
building blocks of cocktails.
That's a great foundation.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's the difference
Okay.
between stirring
Yeah.
and shaking?
Good question.
So what's the difference
Okay.
between stirring
Yeah.
and shaking?
Good question. Yeah.
Like, is it just like a personal preference?
Not quite. No.
Okay.
Stirring is generally used
Right.
for cocktails that are like spirit forward and don't contain like juice or other ingredients that need to be aerated.
Okay.
Think of like a classic martini or a Manhattan.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So stirring
Yeah.
gently chills the drink
Okay.
and dilutes it slightly.
Right.
Creates that silky smooth texture.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And shaking, on the other hand,
Shaking.
is for cocktails that need
Yeah.
a little more.
Yeah, a little more.
I guess.
Oomph.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
Shaking is used
yeah.
for cocktails that contain like
Juice, egg whites, cream,
Uh,
other ingredients that need to be like
yeah.
emulsified or aerated.
Right.
So that vigorous shaking
Yeah.
creates a frothy texture
Okay.
and chills the drink quickly.
I see. So it's for things that need to be like
Exactly. Mixed up. Yeah.
Right.
Think of like the Curie margarita.
cosmopolitan.
Yeah. Okay. So
Shaking.
Yeah.
Shaking is
Yeah.
all about that
Yeah.
frothy, chilled goodness.
Yeah, and stirrings for the
Yeah.
smooth, like spirit forward,
Spirit forward, exactly.
classics.
Mhm.
Got it.
What about blending?
Oh, blending, right?
Yeah.
So is that just for like
Typically, yeah.
frozen drinks?
Yeah, for frozen cocktails
That's
like
like- Yeah.
margaritas,
Okay.
daiquiris,
Yeah.
pina coladas.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's also a great way
Yeah.
to incorporate fresh fruit
Mhm.
or other ingredients
Yeah.
that need to be like
Yeah.
completely pulverized. Right, blend it up.
Blend it up. Yeah.
Okay, but
But important to note
Go on.
that blending can dilute a cocktail.
oh, really?
Yeah, quickly.
Okay.
So it's important to adjust the recipe accordingly.
So you gotta like be careful
A little bit, yeah.
with blending.
You don't want to make it too watery.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so much goes
Yeah.
into creating the perfect cocktail.
It's true.
It's a
Some vodka.
science experiment.
It is
Beats art project.
a little bit of both.
Right.
But yeah.
But let's be real.
Okay. Well, let's move beyond the categories and
Yeah.
talk about the
Yeah.
techniques that bring these cocktails to life.
Right.
One skill
Okay.
that
Yeah.
separates like the amateurs from the pros
Yeah.
is the art of free pouring.
Oh yes, free pouring.
I know, right?
I've always been amazed
Impressive.
by like bartenders who could just
Yeah.
effortlessly pour
Yeah.
precise amounts of liquid
Uh-huh.
without even like using a measuring tool.
I know, right? It's like magic.
It's like magic, right?
Yeah.
Is it really possible
It is.
to be that accurate
Yeah.
without a jigger?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
With practice
Yeah.
and a good understanding of the fundamentals.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. It's about,
Yeah.
developing a feel for the pour and learning to control the flow of the liquid.
So you're like feeling it,
You are, yeah.
right?
Yeah. The sources you provided
Yeah.
outline the 3 golden rules
Oh,
of free pouring.
okay. Let's hear them.
All right. Rule number 1,
Okay.
don't
Right.
spill.
Okay, that sounds pretty obvious.
Right. Sounds obvious,
Yeah.
but it's crucial. You
Right.
want to maintain control
Yeah.
throughout the pour.
Okay.
Or
Right.
Rule number 2,
Yeah.
pour the right portion
Okay.
for the specific drink.
Mhm.
This requires
Yeah.
knowing the recipe
Okay.
and developing a consistent
Right.
pouring technique.
Yeah. So you're consistent.
Exactly. Consistency is key.
Okay.
And then rule number 3,
Right.
perhaps the most important.
Oh, okay.
Test your pouring before
Mm-hmm.
every shift.
Oh, wow. So even
Yeah.
even
You think that's-
experienced bartenders.
Even experienced bartenders
Yeah.
need to calibrate their pour
Wow.
to ensure accuracy.
We think it's a constant thing.
It is, yeah. Always got to be checking.
Yeah.
So it's a combination
Yeah.
of technique, muscle memory, and constant vigilance.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot.
So like
Yeah.
for someone like me,
Yeah.
just starting out,
Yeah.
are there any tips
Oh, yeah, for sure.
for like practicing free pouring
Right.
without making a complete mess.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Start by practicing with water.
Oh, okay.
You know, fill a bottle with water.
Yeah.
And practice pouring into like a measuring cup or a jigger.
Okay.
Focus on maintaining a steady flow and stopping the pour at the desired measurement.
So I could like time myself.
You could totally time yourself.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
To see like how fast I can do it.
Yeah, and see like how quickly you can pour
Yeah.
accurate amounts.
Yeah, that's a great tip.
You
I
got
can already see myself like
I know, right?
practicing at home.
Yeah,
You know, my cat's going to be really amused by this.
totally.
But let's be honest.
Okay.
Even with practice, there are times
Yeah,
when using a jigger
right.
is just like the way to go.
Absolutely.
Right.
For accuracy.
Jiggers are essential.
For those like precise measurements.
Yeah.
Especially when you're working with complex cocktails.
Right.
Or like high volume service.
Right. Where you just need to
You need to be quick.
bang them out.
Exactly.
Right.
They ensure consistency and help you, you know, maintain the integrity of the recipe.
Yeah, you don't want to mess up the recipe. Right. So it's about finding that balance.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Between speed and accuracy.
Right.
So if you're like in a rush, you know, free pouring can be a really valuable skill.
It's a good skill to have.
Yeah.
But when precision is paramount,
Yeah.
jigger is your best friend.
Jigger it is.
Exactly.
Right.
Speaking of precision,
Okay.
let's talk about some other essential bartending techniques.
All right, like what?
Like stirring.
Stirring,
Blending.
shaking.
Okay. Yeah, has a specific purpose and affects the final texture and temperature
All right, of the cocktail.
of the cocktail. Yeah.
Even with like the best techniques,
Yeah.
there's one crucial element
Right.
that can
Can make or break it.
make or break a cocktail.
Yeah.
The
Ingredients, absolutely.
Right.
You're right. The quality of your ingredients
Yeah.
directly impacts the flavor
Yeah.
of your cocktails.
Totally. Even with like the best techniques,
Yeah.
there's one crucial element
Right.
that can
Can make or break it.
make or break a cocktail.
Yeah.
The
Ingredients, absolutely.
Right.
You're right. The quality of your ingredients
Yeah.
directly impacts the flavor
Yeah.
of your cocktails.
Totally.
Using fresh juice,
Yes.
high quality spirits,
Mm-hmm.
properly balanced mixers.
Okay.
That's essential.
Yeah, and I know
Yeah.
you're a big proponent
I am, yeah.
of fresh juice.
Fresh juice is key.
Okay, can you talk a little bit about why that's so important?
Sure.
I'll admit I've been guilty
Yeah.
of using like
Yeah.
bottled lime juice in a pinch.
I understand.
You know?
I get it.
Yeah, fresh juice
Yeah.
truly makes a world of difference.
Okay.
Bottled juices
Yeah.
often contain preservatives and additives
Right.
that can alter the flavor of your cocktails.
Oh, I see. So it's not just about the freshness. It's
Yeah.
about the
It's about like
other stuff they put in it.
the additives, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Freshly squeezed juice
Yeah.
has a brighter, more vibrant flavor.
That's probably why I like noticed the difference.
It really shines through.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm guessing that means
Yeah.
no more
Probably.
pre-made margarita mix.
We can all agree that
Fresh ingredients are always the way to go.
the way to go.
Yeah, and when it comes to spirits,
Yeah.
don't be afraid to invest in quality brands.
Okay.
The difference in taste is noticeable.
Yeah. I think
You can taste it.
I can't. I can definitely taste it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm convinced.
Right.
Fresh juice.
Fresh juice.
Top shelf spirits it is.
There you go.
But
there you go.
with so many
Right. It's overwhelming.
different spirits and mixers out there,
I know.
it can be overwhelming.
It can be.
Right.
Yeah.
To know where to start.
Oh, sure.
Like any tips
Oh, yeah.
for navigating
Yeah.
this world of cocktail ingredients.
Absolutely. Start by familiarizing yourself
Okay.
with the basic categories of spirits.
Yeah.
Vodka, gin, rum, tequila, whiskey, brandy, and liqueurs.
Okay, so I gotta
Right. Those are like your main
brush up on my
building blocks.
spirit knowledge.
Yeah, each spirit has its own
Okay.
unique flavor profile and characteristics,
Okay.
which will influence the overall taste of your cocktails.
So it's not just like all the same.
No,
Right.
right. They're all very different.
They all have their own thing going
They
on.
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about mixers?
Mixers, okay.
There's so many options.
There are.
Right.
Yeah.
Beyond like the usual soda water and tonic.
Yeah. The world of mixers is
Yeah.
vast and exciting. Explore different types of juices,
Okay.
syrups, bitters,
Oh wow.
even herbs and spices.
Really?
Yeah, get creative.
So I could just like
Yeah.
go wild.
Go wild, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't be afraid to experiment.
All right. I'm ready to get experimental.
Let's do it.
But before I go off and
Yeah.
like create my own little cocktail lab, let's
That-
talk about
yeah.
like one final
Right.
but crucial aspect
Okay.
of professional bartending
Mm-hmm.
service.
Service, right.
I mean, it's not just about
It's just about making drinks.
making great drinks.
Oh.
Right.
It's about the whole experience.
It's about creating a
Yeah.
positive
Yeah.
and memorable experience for your guests.
Exactly.
Right.
You hit the nail on the head.
And from what I've gathered from the sources you share,
Okay, yeah.
there's a lot more to it
There is, yeah.
than
Yeah.
just like
it's more than just taking orders.
taking orders and making drinks.
Okay.
It's about like
It's about reading your guests.
reading your guests.
Anticipating their needs.
Yeah.
Creating a seamless
Yeah.
and enjoyable experience.
Wow, it's more than just
It's a whole art.
bartending. It's hospitality.
It is,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
A skilled bartender
Yeah.
is a master of multitasking.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
They're,
Yeah.
they can make drinks,
Yeah.
engage in conversation,
Yeah.
manage payments,
Keep an eye on everything.
keep an eye on everything. Yeah.
All while maintaining a positive and professional demeanor.
Wow.
That's a lot to juggle.
That sounds like a lot to
Yeah.
juggle, but I imagine it's incredibly rewarding
It is rewarding. Yeah.
to
To create that connection.
to create this connection
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
your guests.
And one of the most important aspects
Yes.
of service
Yeah.
is responsible service.
Oh, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a bartender's duty
Yes.
to ensure the safety and well-being of their guests.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was glad
Yeah.
to see that you had included
Yes.
some information
On responsible service.
about responsible service. Yeah.
It's so important.
It's so crucial
Right.
to be aware of like
yeah.
impairment levels
Yeah.
and to promote responsible drinking.
Exactly.
Yeah. Bartenders are on the front lines
Are.
when it comes to like
Yeah.
preventing overconsumption.
Yeah. So they need to be able to recognize the signs of intoxication and intervene appropriately.
Right.
The material you shared outlines some effective strategies, like recognizing visible signs of impairment and using techniques like the 30-60-30 rule.
Oh, the 30-60-30 rule. I haven't heard of that one.
Oh, okay.
What is that?
It's a simple technique to help guests pace themselves.
Okay.
Basically, serve a guest a drink within 30 seconds of arrival.
Okay.
Check in with them after 60 seconds.
Okay.
See if they want another. And then offer a non-alcoholic beverage or food item after 30 minutes.
I see.
It's just a subtle way
To
promote responsible drinking without being like, you know,
too pushy.
Yeah.
That's a really great strategy.
It is.
I'm gonna keep that one in mind.
Definitely. But aside from
responsible service?
Yeah.
What are some other
like what are
key elements
of providing excellent bar service?
Yeah.
Well, it starts with acknowledging guests promptly and making them feel welcome.
Yeah.
A simple hello and a smile.
Right. The basics.
The basics, it can go a long way from there.
Yeah.
It's about providing attentive service, anticipating needs, offering knowledgeable recommendations.
Right. So it's about like being more than just a drink dispenser.
More than just a drink dispenser. It's about being like a host. A guide. Maybe even a little bit of a therapist.
Right.
All while crafting those delicious cocktails.
Exactly. You got to wear a lot of hats.
You do, yeah.
It's a
demanding
job.
But it's fun. A great bartender can read a room, adapt to different personalities, create a positive and memorable experience for everyone.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm certainly feeling inspired to like step up my bartending game.
Awesome.
Both in terms of skills and service.
Skills and service, Okay. There's one final
piece
of the puzzle that I'm eager to explore.
Okay, let's do it.
The art of tasting.
Tasting, yes.
Yes.
The culmination of all our efforts.
This is where we get to actually appreciate all of it.
So we get to truly appreciate the complexity and nuance of cocktails. Host.
All right, so tasting.
Yes.
We've covered the Magnificent Seven cocktail categories, essential techniques like free pouring, shaking. We talked about the importance of fresh ingredients.
Top-notch service.
It all matters.
But how do we actually taste these amazing cocktails?
Yeah.
Like a pro.
Like a pro, right.
Yeah.
Tasting is the grand finale.
Where
it all comes together. And it's not as simple as just taking a sip and saying yum.
Right.
It's about engaging all your senses and understanding the subtle interplay of flavors and aromas.
So we talked about nosing the aroma before taking a sip.
Right.
But is there more to it than that?
There is. There's a whole world of aroma waiting to be discovered.
I'm ready. I'm ready to dive in.
Remember, what we perceive as taste is actually a combination of taste and aroma.
Oh, okay.
So when you sip a cocktail, those volatile compounds, they travel up through your nasal passages.
Okay.
Stimulating your olfactory receptors.
I see.
And that's what creates the aroma profile.
So it's really like
It's a symphony of
a symphony working together
yeah.
to create the full experience.
To get that full picture. And just like any art form, there's a language to describe those subtle nuances.
Okay, so
We've talked about
yeah.
the 5 basic tastes,
Mhm.
but when it comes to aroma,
Yeah.
there's a whole vocabulary
Okay.
to describe the different layers.
Okay, I'm ready. Give me the crash course.
Crash course, okay.
In the language of aroma.
Think about the different families of aromas.
Oh.
You've got fruity, floral, spicy, herbal, even earthy or woody notes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Within each family, there's a spectrum of intensity and complexity.
Okay, so
For example,
yeah.
fruity aromas
Yeah.
can range from like bright citrus notes to darker berry
Right.
or stone fruit characteristics.
So I should be thinking about not just fruity,
Right.
but like
What kind of fruity?
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
That's so fascinating.
It is.
What about floral aromas?
Floral aromas
Yeah.
can be delicate and subtle,
Okay.
like the scent of roses or lavender,
Okay.
or more robust and earthy,
Oh.
like chamomile or elderflower.
Okay.
So again,
Yeah.
paying attention
Yeah.
to those
Yeah.
subtle distinctions.
Wow, this is making me realize how much I've been like
Missing out on.
missing out on
Yeah.
by just like
Just getting the overall impression.
just like
Yeah.
the basic.
Back to missing the details.
Yeah, it's like I've been watching a movie
Exactly.
with the sound off,
That's a great analogy.
and then you have like
And then you've got spice.
spice
Yeah.
with everything from
Cinnamon.
nutmeg,
Yeah.
pungent black pepper,
Oh, word.
earthy cumin.
It's amazing.
These spices can add
Yeah.
depth and complexity,
I can imagine.
especially when paired with complementary flavors.
It's like learning
It is. It's like
a whole new language.
a whole new
The
language.
language of aroma.
The language of aroma, exactly.
So how do I actually
Okay,
get
yeah.
better at identifying
Is
these
that-
different aromas?
Good question.
Like, is it just practice?
Practice is key,
Okay.
but there are a few techniques
Uh-huh.
that can help develop your sense of smell.
All right.
One
Yeah.
is to create your own aroma library.
Aroma library.
Yeah. Gather different fruits,
Yeah.
herbs, spices, even flowers,
Mm-hmm.
and just spend time
Yeah.
smelling each one.
Okay, individually.
So I could like create my own little
Yes.
sensory lab
You could at home.
at home. Yeah, I love that.
What else can you do to train your nose?
Yeah.
Another technique.
Is to focus on one aroma family
Okay.
at a time.
Oh, okay.
For example,
Yeah.
spend the week focusing on citrus fruits.
Okay.
Pay attention to the subtle differences
Right.
between lemons, limes, oranges, grapefruits.
Right. Right.
Then move on to another family,
Okay.
like berries,
Berries. Right.
pertaining fruits.
Yeah. So I'm like breaking down
Exactly.
the symphony
Yeah.
into individual instruments.
Yeah.
Before I.
Before listening to the whole orchestra.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once I've trained my nose,
Okay, yeah.
what about the actual
Like-
tasting?
The taste.
Are there any tips
Sure.
for getting the most out of
Yes, absolutely.
each-
Each sip.
First, remember
Mm-hmm.
temperature plays a significant
Right.
role
In how we perceive things.
in how we perceive aroma and taste.
Oh, okay.
A chilled cocktail
Yeah.
will often have
Okay.
a more muted aroma and
And then a drink
Yeah.
served at room temperature.
okay.
This is because those volatile compounds are less likely to evaporate
Nice.
and reach our noses
When it's cold.
when the drink is cold.
So if I want to
Yeah.
fully appreciate the aroma,
yes.
I should let it
let it warm up.
warm up a little bit
Exactly.
before I nose it.
Before you nose it.
Okay.
And the same principle applies
To the taste.
tasting. Yeah.
Okay.
The temperature of a drink
Yeah.
can affect how we perceive sweetness, acidity,
Mhm.
bitterness.
Okay.
A warmer drink
Yeah.
often tastes sweeter
Oh, interesting.
because the sugar molecules are more active.
I see.
And then conversely,
Yeah.
a chilled drink
Yeah.
might seem
Okay.
more tart or bitter
Okay.
because the cold can suppress
Right.
sweetness perception.
Wow. So
Fascinating.
many factors.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
It's like
A complex equation.
it is
Temperature, aroma,
aroma
and taste.
and taste. It all works together.
Yeah.
So, what else should you be paying attention to?
Yeah.
When you take a sip, focus on the mouthfeel.
Mouthfeel. Okay.
Is it smooth,
Okay.
velvety,
Yeah.
maybe a bit tingly?
Yeah.
Then pay attention to that initial taste.
Okay.
What flavors hit your tongue first
Right.
as you swallow?
Yeah.
Notice the finish.
The finish.
What flavors linger?
Okay,
Do they
this.
fade quickly or do they evolve and change over time?
It's like I'm like
You're dissecting it.
dissecting the cocktail
Yeah.
and like
Analyzing each layer.
analyzing each layer of flavor and sensation.
You got it.
This is truly an eye-opening experience.
Good. I'm glad.
And
Yeah.
the more you practice,
The more you practice,
Yeah.
the more nuanced your palate will become.
oh, I like that.
You'll start to pick up on subtle differences between spirits,
Okay.
identify specific ingredients in cocktails,
Yeah.
and even begin to understand how different flavors interact and complement each other.
This deep dive has been
It's been fun.
incredible.
Yeah.
I've learned so much
Good. I'm glad.
about the history,
Yeah.
the techniques,
The technique.
artistry behind professional bartending.
It is.
From
It's a
Mesopotamia,
long way.
mixology.
Right.
It's been quite a journey.
It's amazing.
And this is just the beginning
The beginning
of your
tending and
bartending adventure. Exactly.
Right.
There's a whole world out there
There's so much more
waiting to be
to
explored.
learn
Yeah,
and taste.
exactly. So,
So, for our listeners out there,
yeah.
if you're feeling that spark of inspiration too, here's a final.
Thought-provoking question
Hit me.
to ponder.
Okay.
If you could create
Yeah.
your signature cocktail
Okay.
based on what you've learned today,
Mhm.
what would it be?
Ooh, good question.
Or what category would it fall into?
Yeah. And what would you call it?
What would you call it?
Ooh.
Let those
Yeah.
creative juices flow.
Here you go.
Experiment with flavors,
Aromas.
aromas,
Yeah, aromas.
and techniques. And remember,
Yeah.
the world of mixology
Yes.
is your oyster,
Is your oyster.
or perhaps your cocktail shaker.
All right.
Cheers to that.
Sure.
Thanks for joining us
That's
on this deep dive
yeah.
into the world
Oh,
of professional bartending.
of professional bartending.
Until next time,
Yes.
keep learning,
Keep learning.
keep tasting,
Keep tasting.
and keep exploring
Keep
the
exploring.
fascinating world of flavor.
Cheers.